Good afternoon, Green Spring, and welcome to our sing-along for our Wednesday today. It's a beautiful day outside. I hope that everybody has their windows open, even if you're stuck at home. It's a beautiful day out there, so I thought it only appropriate to start with this song, "Oh, What a Beautiful Morning." It's just a little background on the song. I know everybody knows this song. It's from the musical Oklahoma, which premiered on Broadway in 1943, and it was written by Rodgers and Hammerstein. And it says the leading male character, Curly McLean, sings it at the very opening scene from the musical. And it actually had quite an impact on the Broadway world. It says that it was one of the most popular songs to emerge from the wartime era, gaining currency away from Broadway, first on the radio and recordings, and then later on numerous television variety shows. This one reviewer named Brooks Atkinson, he said that the number changed the history of musical theater. After a verse like that, sung to a buoyant melody, the banalities of the old musical stage became intolerable. So I hope you enjoy this uplifting song, "Oh, What a Beautiful Morning." Please sing along with me. There's a bright golden haze on the meadow. There's a bright golden haze on the meadow. The corn is as high as an elephant's eye, and it looks like it's climbing clear up to the sky. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I got a beautiful feeling. Everything's going my way. All the cattle are standing like statues. All the cattle are standing like statues. They don't turn their heads as they see me ride by, but a little brown maverick is winking her eye. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I got a beautiful feeling. Everything's going my way. All the sounds of the earth are like music. All the sounds of the earth are like music. The breeze is so busy it don't miss a tree, and an old weeping willow is laughing at me. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I got a beautiful feeling. Everything's going my way. All right. It is a beautiful day, like I said, so if you haven't opened your windows up today, you should. I think it's supposed to start raining tonight and continue tomorrow, so enjoy this beautiful weather while we have the chance. It can do a lot for your well-being also, along with singing, so let's continue. Our next song I picked today because I got a call from the Green Spring Troubadour Gray. It got kind of cut off, but I appreciate the phone call and the well wishes. So I wanted to include a Western country song today. This particular one was written by a Broadway songwriter, Cole Porter. It's called "Don't Fence Me In." And it was originally written in 1934 for a musical called Adios Argentina, which never got produced. Cole Porter actually bought a poem by Robert Fletcher, who was an engineer with the Department of Highways in Helena, Montana. And he paid $250 for the poem and reworked it into this song. It says that Cole Porter wanted to give Fletcher co-writing credit, but his publishers wouldn't let him do that. So when it finally became copyrighted in 1944, it just went to Cole Porter. But later they were able to give the lyricist some credit. Fun fact about this song, Cole Porter actually hated this song. He said it was his least favorite song that he ever wrote, but probably one of his most loved. So there you go. Sing along with me. This is Don't Fence Me In. It goes, Wildcat Kelly, looking mighty pale, was standing by the sheriff's side. And when that sheriff said, I'm sending you to jail, Wildcat raised his head and cried, oh, give me land, lots of land under starry skies above. Don't fence me in. Let me ride through the wide open country that I love. Don't fence me in. Let me be by myself in the evening breeze. Listen to the murmur of the cottonwood trees. Send me off forever, but I ask you, please don't fence me in. Just turn me loose. Let me straddle my old saddle underneath the western skies. On my cayuse, let me wander over yonder till I see the mountains rise. I want to ride to the ridge where the west commences, gaze at the moon till I lose my senses. I can't look at hobbles and I can't stand fences. Don't fence me in. All right. I also figured that song, it's a little bit relatable right now, that we can't go out and enjoy everything that we normally do. So, yeah, we're all feeling that way, I think. Don't fence me in, but right now it's the best thing to do. Okay, another relatable song these days, Sera Sera, also known as Whatever Will Be, Will Be. It was written by Jay Livingston and Ray Evans in 1956, and this song actually won the Academy Award that year for Best Original Song. It was in the film The Man Who Knew Too Much, which Doris Day was in, and she sang that song. I think in the movie she sings it to give a signal to her son who's been kidnapped so that he can escape. And it went on to be a big hit here and in the UK, and it's Doris Day's signature song. Fun fact, it says the saying is always in an English-speaking context, Sera Sera, and it has no history in Spain, Portugal, Italy, or France, in any of those Romance languages. It was English in origin. We just kind of took some of their words and strung them together, but everybody knows what it means. Whatever will be, will be. When I was just a little girl, I asked my mother, what will I be? Will I be pretty? Will I be rich? Here's what she said to me. Que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera. What will be, will be. When I grew up and fell in love, I asked my sweetheart what lies ahead. Will we have rainbows day after day? Here's what my sweetheart said. Que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera. What will be, will be. Now I have children of my own. They ask their mother, what will I be? Will I be handsome? Will I be rich? I tell them tenderly, que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera. What will be, will be. Que sera, sera. All right. So, like it says, we don't really know what's going to happen, but we'll keep rolling with the punches. Que sera, sera. Speaking of, rolling with the punches and that kind of thing, our song parody this week goes to the tune of Pennies from Heaven, but I tried to make it about good things that people are doing here and around the world while we're going through this crisis together. People are doing a lot of good in their communities, and I find it inspiring. I think for those of us who can't go out and volunteer or help like we would like to right now, it's just good to hear about those who are taking up the mantle. So I'm calling this one, People Are Awesome, because they are. Even in the worst of times, people are awesome. Listen up, and it's clear that people are awesome. A woman making masks puts them on a tree. Then anyone in her town gets one for free. Captain Tom from the UK walked to raise funds. Now for charity he sings and hit number 1. So when the world is hurting, we'll make it through, because people are awesome, that much is true. Even in the worst of times, people are awesome. Kids sad that zoos are closed. Neighbors heard the call. Put out signs and stuffed toys. The kids had a ball. People who have the means are helping others, donating stimulus checks to sisters and brothers. So when the world is hurting, we'll make it through, because people are awesome, that much is true. Yay. So I like to always talk about some good going on in the world on this show also. So those are a couple examples. I know they went by pretty fast in the song, but what the first one was this woman who sews masks for other people, and she has a big evergreen tree in her yard, and she just hangs them up like ornaments, and anybody can come by and take one. And people are doing that kind of thing all over the country. I've seen lots of different ways people are donating masks. The second one I mentioned was Captain Tom Moore, which is a great story. I printed out a little bit more about him. So he's quite a celebrity over in the UK right now. If you haven't heard about him, he is 99 years old, turning 100 tomorrow. And he rose to fame by walking 100 laps in his garden to raise funds for their national health system. And he raised more than 29 million pounds. So pretty incredible. And after that, because that wasn't enough, he collaborated with Michael Ball and released a single of You'll Never Walk Alone. And all of the proceeds of that song are going to charities as well. And it's already sold 82,000 copies. And that just came out this week or last week and has hit #1 on the British charts. So tomorrow for his birthday, they are doing a flyby of his house with the Royal Air Force. And also his grandson has been receiving birthday cards for him, and more than 125,000 cards have come in, including from the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge. So pretty cool. He started with a small goal, and it really, really exploded, and he just kept going. I like that one. All right, let's continue with the music. This is a song that became popular in 1965 when the Byrds covered it. It's called Turn, Turn, Turn. And the lyrics are actually straight from the book of Ecclesiastes in the Bible. And Pete Seeger turned them into this song. And it says he first recorded it in 1959, but became a hit in 65, like I said. It says that the text is traditionally ascribed to King Solomon, who would have written it in the 10th century BC, but a lot of scholars believe that it might be much later that it had been written, up to the 3rd century BC. I don't know. In 1999, Pete Seeger arranged for 45% of the songwriting royalties to be donated to the Israeli Committee Against House Demolitions. He kept 50% of the royalties because he wrote the music, and he took a further 5% for the lyrics because, in his own words, I did write 6 words and one more word repeated 3 times throughout the song. So that gets him his 5%. This is Turn, Turn, Turn. To everything, turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, turn, turn. And a time to every purpose under heaven. A time to be born, a time to die, a time to plant, a time to reap, a time to kill, a time to heal, a time to laugh, a time to weep. To everything, turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, turn, turn. And a time to every purpose under heaven. A time to build up, a time to break down, a time to dance, a time to mourn, a time to cast away stones, a time to gather stones together. To everything, turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, turn, turn. And a time to every purpose under heaven. A time of love, a time of hate, a time of war, a time of peace, a time you may embrace, a time to refrain from embracing. To everything, turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, turn, turn. And a time to every purpose under heaven. A time to gain, a time to lose, a time to rend, a time to sow, a time for love, a time to hate, a time for peace. I swear it's not too late. All right. Well, my thought with that song is you can take from that whatever you need during this time, but one line that stuck out to me right now is a time you may embrace, a time to refrain from embracing. And that's what we're stuck with right now, but the time to embrace will come back again. We'll make it through. So our next song is How We'll Make It Through, Side by Side. One of my all-time favorite songs. I just think it's very uplifting. It was written in 1927, so it's a Tin Pan Alley song, but it's become a standard. The most famous version is probably the one recorded in 1953 by K. Starr. The songwriter, Harry Woods, he was just a hobby songwriter, but he wrote many hits, including When the Red, Red Robin Comes Bobbing Along, I'm Looking Over a Four-Leaf Clover, and Try a Little Tenderness. And he composed his songs on the piano, but he did that while having no fingers on his left hand. So pretty impressive. This is Side by Side. I hope you'll sing along. Oh, we ain't got a barrel of money. Maybe we're ragged and funny, but we'll travel along, singing a song, side by side. Don't know what's coming tomorrow. Maybe it's trouble and sorrow, but we'll travel the road, sharing our load, side together, it doesn't really matter at all. Oh, when they've all had their quarrels and parted, we'll be the same as we started, just a traveling along, singing a song, side by side. Oh, we ain't got a barrel of money, maybe we're ragged and funny, but we'll travel along, singing a song, side by side. Don't know what's coming tomorrow, maybe it's trouble and sorrow, but we'll travel the road, sharing our load, side by side. Through all kinds of weather, what if the sky should fall? Just as long as we're together, it really doesn't matter at all. Oh, when they've all had their quarrels and parted, we'll be the same as we started, just a traveling along, singing a song, side by side. Just a traveling along, singing a song, side by side. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining in our sing-along today. I hope you'll join us again next week. We'll end with our usual medley here. We'll meet again, and God bless America. Again, don't know where, don't know when, but I'm sure we'll meet again some sunny day. Keep smiling through, just like you always do, till the blue skies chase the dark clouds far away. So will you please say hello to the folks that you know? Tell them it won't be long. They'll be happy to know that when you saw me go, I was singing this song. We'll meet again, don't know where, don't know when, but I'm sure we'll meet again some sunny day. While the storm clouds gather far across the sea, let us pledge allegiance to a land that's free. Let us all be grateful for a land so fair, as we raise our voices in a solemn prayer. God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home. All right, well, thank you again for joining us, and we'll see you next time.